Let me tell you the tale of Rosamund and Alboin, a tale of smut, revenge, and murder. So, to set the stage, you're in 5th century Europe, the Roman Empire in the West is collapsing, and a group called the Barbarians are running amok through Europe. So, you're Rosamund, you're the daughter of the king of the Gepids. His name was Cunimund. And this guy is basically your arch enemy, Alboin, the king of the Lombards. And your peoples have been at war with each other for a long time, and you were raised to hate the Lombards. And things seem to be fairly normal until eventually the Lombards, led by Alboin, manage to defeat your people and murder your father. And once your father is murdered, as if that's not enough, as a common tradition of the time, his skull was turned into a goblet or cup. And Alboin decides that he wants to marry you. Obviously, a great setting for things to come. Obviously, the foundation of a stable family life. Not quite. And somebody ends up paying the ultimate consequences of it. So, you're Rosamund, you're married to Alboin, who you fucking hate, because he murdered your father. And as if that's not enough, you're sitting at a feast with your husband, and he decides to add further insult to injury, and he basically brings out the cup that's made from your father's skull, puts drink in it, and passes it around to Rosamund and tells her that she could now drink merrily with her father. Yeah. Not a good idea at all. And she is fucking pissed, obviously. And that's her last straw. And she decides she's going to have her revenge. She also has a lover named Hamilcus, who wants to help her assassinate Alboin. And they decide they're going to use one of Alboin's guards, Peridio. I suck at pronunciation, I'm sorry. But he doesn't want to betray his king. So Rosamund decides to get the scoop on him and dresses as a normal maiden, seduces Peridio, and then reveals her identity, at which point he feels like he has to go along with her, because if his king Alboin ever found out that he fucked his wife, he'd probably be killed. Stick around for part 2. Okay, here's part 2. So, to summarize part 1, Rosamund's forced to marry Alboin, a guy that she hates. He insults her by making her drink from a cup made from her father's skull. She decides she's going to kill him with her lover. And she basically seduces and blackmails Alboin's guard, Peridio, to help her. And so here's allegedly how the murder went down. So, Alboin slept with a sword near his bed. Rosamund ties that sword to the bedpost or does something with it that way it's ineffective. And then Peridio, or an assassin, sneaks into Alboin's room at night and begins attacking him. And Alboin, because of the sabotage of Rosamund, has no way to defend himself. However, the sources are sketchy at best, but it's generally presumed that Rosamund does kill Alboin. And that's always been the tale that's been handed down. So, now that Alboin's dead, Rosamund and Hamilcus run away to Ravenna, which is an Eastern Roman stronghold at that point. Rosamund takes a new lover, and the new lover is part of the Roman elite, and he tells her, hey, you need to get rid of Hamilcus, this is not going to look good for you. So Rosamund takes her new lover's advice and decides that she's going to poison Hamilcus. However, Hamilcus has been around Rosamund enough to understand what's likely going to happen to him, and he instead forces her to drink the poison before then taking the poison himself. Yeah. Definitely a tale of smut, revenge, and murder. No happy endings here.